Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is 𝐒𝐫𝐬𝐬, and in today's video, I'll explain you how to create an AWS cross-region VPC peering connection between two VPCs. So, in previous video, I explained you how to create a VPC peering connection between two VPCs that are present on single region. But in today's video, we are going to set up a VPC peering connection between two VPCs that are present in different regions. So here you can see this is the architecture right now we are going to follow. So first we are going to create VPC subnet route tables internet gateways EC2 instance on US East-1 region. And after that we are going to create secondary VPC subnet route tables internet gateways and EC2 instance on AP South-1 region. And after that we are going to create a VPC peering connection between these two VPCs that are present in different regions. Okay, so let's do this everything in practical. So here you can see this is my AWS management console. So let me open here VPC, and here you can see currently we are on AP South-1. So let me navigate to US East-1, which is North Virginia. So here you can see, let me open this VPCs. So inside this we have only the default VPC. So now what we need to do is we need to create a VPC subnet route tables internet gateway and EC2 instance on US East-1 region. Okay, so here you can see currently we are on US East-1 region. So let me create this. So directly select here create VPC, and first here you need to provide the VPC name. So let me provide the VPC name like US East-1 VPC. So let me provide like this, and CID here VPC CID here let me provide /16. Okay, and directly select here create VPC. So now VPC will be created. So now we need to create internet gateway. So directly select here internet gateways, and directly select here create internet gateway, and here you need to provide name of the internet gateway. So IGW US East-1. So let's give like this, and directly select here create internet gateway. After creating this internet gateway, you need to attach this internet gateway to your VPC. So directly select here attach to VPC and drop down this, and here you need to select your VPC. So here you can see which is US East-1 VPC. So directly select this and directly select here attach internet gateway. So now this internet gateway will be associated to our VPC. So here you can see currently state is attached. So now we need to create subnets. So directly select here subnets, and let me, so these are all the default subnets. So now let me create one subnet. Directly select here create subnet, and now here you need to provide the VPC ID. So in which VPC you want to create this subnet, it is asking. So I want to create this subnet on US East-1 VPC. So directly select this VPC, and this is the VPC CIDR range. So now first we need to provide the name of the subnet. So let me provide the name like US East-1 subnet. So let's give like this, and here availability zone, let me select here US East-1A, and here we need to provide IPv4 subnet CIDR block. Okay, so here we need to provide subnet CIDR. So let me provide like 10.0.0.0/24. It will create with 256 IPs, guys. Okay, so I'm going to directly select here create subnet. Now subnet it is created with /24 netmask. That means it will create with 256 IPs. Okay, so now let me create route tables. So directly select here route tables, and these are all the default route tables. So let me create a route table for our VPC. So directly select here create route table, and let's give the route table name like US-East-1 RT. RT stands for route table. Okay, so here we need to select VPC. So under which VPC you want to create this route table, it is asking. So I want to create under US East-1 VPC. So directly select this VPC, and directly select here create route table. So now route table has been created. So now we need to associate our subnet with this route table. So previously we created, let me show you that subnet. So here you can see previously we created this subnet, right? So now we need to associate this subnet with our route table. So directly go to route tables and select this route table, and directly select your subnet associations, and directly select your edit subnet association, and directly select your subnet, and directly select your save association. So now this subnet will be associated with our route table. So if you select your subnet associations, so here you can see it is our subnet is associated with this route table. So now we need to update routes. So directly select your routes, and directly select here edit routes and add route, and here directly select 0.0.0.0/0, and here we need to select internet gateway. sorry, let me remove this internet gateway and provide your internet gateway 𝐈𝐺W US East-1. Okay, so directly select this internet gateway and directly select a save changes. Okay, so up to now in US East-1 region we created VPC, subnet, route tables and internet gateway. Okay, so let's create this AWS EC2 instance later. So now let me jump on to AP South-1 region and there let's create VPC, subnets, route tables and internet gateways. Okay, so now let me open this VPC in a new tab and here I will navigate to AP South-1 region. So here you can see AP South-1 and directly select here your VPCs. So here also currently we have only the default VPC. So now let me create a new VPC. So directly select here create VPC and here VPC name let me give like AP South-1 VPC. Okay, so this is the name I'm giving. So here you can see currently Mumbai is nothing but AP South-1. So that's why here I'm giving AP South-1 hyphen here name you can give whatever you want. Okay, so now here when you're going to create a VPC peering connection between two VPCs, VPC CIDR should not overlap, guys. Okay, that point you need to remember. So currently I'm on US East-1 region. Okay, so here you can see US East-1. Okay, so directly select here your VPC. So this VPC we created with 10.0.0. So now here in Mumbai region, I'm going to create with 11.0.0. Okay. So subnet VPC CIDR should not overlap. So that is the condition. Okay. So now I'm going to select 11.0.0.0/16 and directly select here create VPC. So now VPC will be created. So let me show you the VPC CIDR. So here you can see IPv4 CIDR for VPC. Okay. So now let me select your subnet and let me create a subnet. Let me do one thing. Let me copy this name up to here. I will copy this and I will use this name. Let me come here subnets and directly select here create subnet. So here we need to provide VPC under which VPC you want to create the subnet it is asking. So I want to create this subnet under AP South-1 VPC. Okay, so directly select that VPC and here we need to give the subnet name AP South-1 hyphen subnet. Now here you can see this is the VPC CIDR. So now here you need to provide the subnet CIDR. So 11.0.0.0/24. So I'm going to create the subnet with 256 IPs. Okay. So let me select here this availability zone, or else you can directly select no preference. It is also no problem. Okay. So directly select here create subnet. So now subnet will be created under this VPC. Okay, so here you can see under this VPC, this subnet has been created. So now we need to create internet gateway and we need to attach that internet gateway to our VPC. So directly select here create internet gateway. So now we need to provide the name of the internet gateway. So US East-1 -IGW I'm giving. So directly select here create internet gateway and directly select here attach to VPC. So now here you need to provide your VPC. So this is the VPC. So directly select this VPC and directly select here attach internet gateway. So now this internet gateway has been attached to our VPC. Okay. Now we need to create route table. So directly select here route tables and directly select here create route table. So first we need to give the name of the route table. So AP South-1 -RT route table and here VPC we need to select. So it is asking like under which VPC you want to create this route table. So I want to create under AP South-1 VPC. Okay. So you need to select your VPC and directly select here create route table. So now this route table will be created under this VPC AP South-1 VPC. Okay. So now what we need to do is like, so previously we created the subnet, right? AP South-1 subnet. So now we need to associate this subnet with our route table. So directly jump onto route tables and directly select your route table and directly select your subnet associations and here select edit subnet association and directly select your subnet AP South-1 subnet. Okay. Now directly select your save associations. So now this subnet will be associated with this route table. If you observe here you can see subnet has been associated with this route table. So now we need to update routes. So directly select here routes and here select edit routes, add route and here 0.0.0.0/0 and we are going to provide internet using this internet gateway for this VPC. So directly select this and directly select here save changes. Okay. So now we associated our internet gateway on these routes. So now we need to create EC2 instances on both the VPCs. Okay. So now let me come here and let me open EC2 in a new tab like this. Let me keep it here. And now Similarly here, or else let me keep it here, and let me come here, and here I will open EC2 engine new tab. Okay, so this is US East-1 region, and this is AP South-1 region, which is Mumbai. Okay, so here let me create instances, directly select here instances, and directly select here instances. So now let me select here launch instance. So currently I'm going to create EC2 instance on US East-1 region. So here you can see. Okay, so here US hyphen East hyphen 1 instance, let me provide the name of the instance like this. And now here OS of this EC2 instance, I'm going to select Ubuntu. And now here I'm going with instance type T2 micro, and here we need to select key pair. So currently I don't have any of the key pair, so I'm going to create a new key pair. So directly select here create new key pair, and let me provide the name like US hyphen East 1 hyphen key pair. Okay, so this is the name I'm going to create. So format is .pem, and directly select here create key pair. So now this key pair will be downloaded to our local machine. So now this is the main thing. So here you need to select VPC, under which VPC you want to create this EC2 instance. It is asking, so I want to create under US East-1 VPC. So directly select that VPC, and automatically it will take that subnet. Okay, so here you need to select auto assign public IP address, which is enable. So if you select here disable, public IP address will not be allocated for this EC2 instance. Okay, you need to remember that point. So I'm going to enable this. So we need to create a security group, and let me provide the name like US-East-1 SG, and let me copy this name, and let me replace it here. And security inbound rule I'm going to provide SSH, and I'm going to select another firewall rule, which is custom ICMP, which is for ping, and here I'm going to select anywhere. Okay, so now I'm going with the default storage, which is 8 GB, and directly select here launch instance. Okay, so currently we created EC2 instance on US East-1 region. Okay, so now we need to create on Mumbai region, which is AP South-1. Okay, let me refresh this one. So here you can see our instance is active and running. So this is the Mumbai region, which is AP South-1. So here I'm going to create an EC2 instance. So directly select here launch instance. So here AP hyphen South-1 hyphen instance. So this is the name I'm giving for this EC2 instance, and OS I'm going to select Ubuntu, and here instance type I'm going with T2 micro and key pair. So we need to create a new key pair. So directly select here create key pair, and AP South-1 hyphen key pair. Okay, so this is the name I'm giving for this key pair. So I'm going with the format which is .pem, and directly select here create key pair. So now this key pair will be downloaded to my local machine, that means local computer. Okay, so now this is the main thing, networking settings. So previously we created VPC subnet, right? So you need to select that VPC, which is AP South-1 VPC, and automatically it will take that subnet. Okay, AP South-1 subnet, and here auto assign public IP address, we need to enable this, because it will assign public IP address for this EC2 instance. Okay, and here also we need to create a security group, which is AP South-1 SG. This is the name I'm giving. So I will copy this, and I will replace in description also. Okay, so security group inbound rule I'm going with SSH, which is port 22, and another security group rule I'm going to add ICMP for ping, custom ICMP for. Okay, and anywhere. Okay, so the ICMP is used for ping, guys. Okay, so I'm going with the default storage, which is 8 GB, and directly select here launch instance. Okay, and up to now we created VPCs on both the regions, and we created EC2 instance on both the regions. So let me access it into this two EC2 instance. Okay, so let me come here and directly select here instances. So now, so this is the US East-1 region. So this is the EC2 instance. So directly select this EC2 instance, and I'm going to connect to this instance using OVXTEM. So in this case you can use WSR or else PuTTY, or it may be anything, or else if you don't have that type of things, you can directly select here connect, and you can directly select here connect. Automatically it will connect from this cloud shell. Okay, so in this video I'm going to connect using OVXTEM. So you need to copy this public IPv4 address. So here you can see this is the US East-1 region. So we need to take US East-1 region key. Okay, so directly select here MobileXTEM, and session SSH, and you need to provide public IP address of your virtual machine, and here username as Ubuntu, because we selected AMI type as Ubuntu, right? So in your case, if you selecting Amazon Linux, you need to select EC2-user. Okay, so directly select your advanced SSH settings, and here you need to provide private key path, okay, of your virtual machine. So here you need to select US East-1 key pair and OK and OK. So now it will connect to our virtual machine. So here you can see successfully it is connected to our virtual machine. So first let me update this virtual machine, sudo apt update -y. So when you are going to create any of the virtual machines on Google Cloud or else Azure Cloud or else EC2 instance, first you need to update that instance, guys. Okay, don't forget that. So meanwhile, let me connect to the secondary EC2 instance which we created on AP South-1. So directly jump on to AP South-1 region, which is Mumbai. So here you can see currently we are on AP South-1, and copy this public IP of your EC2 instance and come to mobile XTEM and directly select session SSH, and here provide your public IP address of your EC2 instance, and here username as Ubuntu, and here we need to provide private key path of this virtual machine. So directly select this, and here you need to select AP South-1 key pair OK and OK. Okay, let me close this session. Let me paste it here, Ubuntu, and here let me select this. Let me select AP South-1 key pair. So here you can see successfully it is connected to this virtual machine. So now let me clear the screen. So first we need to update this virtual machine, sudo apt update -y. So okay, there is a small typo, guys. Okay, sudo apt update -y. It will update our virtual machine. So meanwhile, let me come here and let me select here sudo su, and let me clear the screen and hit IP space A. Okay, so it will display all the network interfaces. So here you can see 10.0.0.52. That means this is US East-1 instance. Okay, so let me open here US East-1. So here you can see US East-1, and here you can see 10.0.0.52. This is the private IP address of this EC2 instance. Let me open this. Here you can see 10.0.0.52. So let me check for this EC2 instance now, sudo su. Let me clear the screen, IP space A. So for this network interface is 11.0.0.78. This is AP South-1. That means Mumbai region EC2 instance, guys. Okay, 11.0.0.78. So let me cross check this. Let me come here. So you can see 11.0.0.78. Okay, this is the Mumbai region EC2 instance. So this is the US East-1 instance, and this is the Mumbai instance. So now what I will do is like I will try to ping from US East-1 instance to AP South-1 and AP South-1 to US East-1. Okay, so let's see whether it will try to communicate or not. So let me open this. So meanwhile, let me come here and let me copy this Mumbai region private IP address of this EC2 instance, and let me jump on to US East-1. So here you can see this is the US East-1, 10.0.0.52 means this is the US East-1. Now let me select ping. Let me paste that private IP address of Mumbai region. So here you can see ping is not going in, it is not coming back. So it is not able to communicate with Mumbai region EC2 instance. Now I will jump on to Mumbai region. Now here I will select US East-1, and here I am going to select a private IP of this EC2 instance which we created on US East-1 region. Okay, so now let me open this terminal. So currently we are on Mumbai region. Okay, so meaning so currently we are on EC2 instance which we created on Mumbai region. Okay, so directly select this and enter. So here you can see ping is not going in, it is not coming back. So what we can understand is like both the VPCs are not communicating each other. So now what we are going to do is like we are going to create a VPC peering connection between these two VPCs that are created on different regions. Okay, so this is the main thing. So let me open this and let me create a VPC peering connection. So directly come here to your VPC. So currently I'm on US East-1 region, guys. Okay, so directly select here peering connections. Okay, select this, and here we need to create a peering connection. So currently we don't have any of the peering connections, so I'm going to create a new peering connection to establish communication between two VPCs which we created on US East-1 and AP South-1. Okay, so I'm going to create a peering connection. Now here name I'm going to provide like peering connection between US East-1 and AP South-1. Okay, so I'm giving the name like this. So I'm going to create a peering connection between US East-1 and AP South-1 regions, right? So that's why this is the name I'm going to provide. And here you need to provide your acceptor VPC, sorry, requester VPC. So which is US East-1 VPC. So directly select this, and now here you can see select another VPC to pair with. So currently my VPCs are created on the same account. So in your case it is created on different account, means you need to select your another account and you need to provide your account ID. Okay, so in next video I will explain you how to create a VPC peering connection between two VPCs that are created on different accounts, guys. Okay, that will be more interesting. So now let me select here my account and here region. So here you need to select, so if you are going to establish a VPC peering connection between two VPCs that are on the same region, means you need to select here this region. So if you want to establish communication between two VPCs that are present on different region, means you need to select here another region. Okay, so here you need to select the region. So let me select the region like Mumbai, which is AP South-1. So in this region only we created this VPC, right? So this is the VPC. Okay, now let me come here, and here we need to provide the VPC ID, okay, of AP South-1 region. So directly jump here. So currently we are on AP South-1 region, which is Mumbai, and copy this VPC ID. So here this is the one, you need to copy this and you need to come here and you need to paste it here and directly select here create peering connection. Okay, so now a peering connection will be created. So currently here you can see peering connection has been created, but it is in initializing state. So let me select here peering connections. So here you can see initializing request. So what we need to do is like we need to jump onto AP South-1 region and we need to accept this peering connection. Okay, so I'm on AP. Sorry, let me select here VPCs. Unfortunately, I selected this global accelerator VPC and directly select here peering connections. Okay, so here you can see currently we are on AP South-1, which is Mumbai. Okay, so here you can see when you select peering connection, automatically it is populating this peering connection. Currently it is in pending acceptance, so you need to accept this peering connection. So directly select this actions and accept request and accept request. Okay, so now a peering connection will be established to that both EC2 instance which are created on these two regions, guys. Okay, so now let me open this once. Let me refresh this. So here you can see automatically state has become to add to. So now this VPC can communicate with VPC which we created on US East-1 region. Okay, so let me jump on to US East-1. So currently it is showing initializing request. So let me refresh this. So here you can see state has been added to. So now both the VPCs are communicating each other, okay, which we created on different regions, guys. Okay, both the VPCs are communicating each other. Now let me open this, but here you can see ping is not going and it is not coming back because we need to update route tables, guys. Okay, in this case. So now let me select these route tables. So here you can see currently I'm on US East-1 region. So directly select here US East-1 region route table and directly select here routes and directly select here edit routes. And here you need to provide your VPC CIDR which we created on AP South-1 region. So directly jump on to AP South-1 region and directly select here your VPCs. And here you need to copy your VPC CIDR and directly come to US East-1 region route table and directly select your add route and you need to provide your VPC CIDR of your AP South-1 region and here we need to select peering connection. So using peering connection only we are going to establish communication, right? So you need to select here peering connection and here directly select save changes. Okay, so successfully we updated on US East-1 region. So similarly we need to update on AP South-1 region. So now let me copy this VPC CIDR of US East-1 region. Let me copy this and I'm going to I'm going to select here AP South-1, and here directly jump onto route tables, and here select this route table, AP South-1 route table, and select here routes and edit routes, add route, and here you need to provide VPC CIDR of US East-1 region, and here you need to select peering type as target type as peering connection. You need to select this peering and directly select here save changes. Now both the VPCs can communicate each other. Okay, let me open this. So here you can see ping is going and it is coming back automatically. Let me open this. So here you can see this VM is also can communicate with AP South-1 instance. Okay, so here you can see now you, this EC2 instance can communicate with AP South-1 instance, and AP South-1 instance can communicate with US East-1 instance. Okay, so let's test this from scratch. Let me cancel this and let me clear the screen, and let me cancel this and let me clear the screen. So now here you can see IP space here. So here you can see 10.0.0.52. That means this is US East-1 instance, and let me select IP space here, and here you can see 11.0.0.78. That means AP South-1 instance. So let me come here. Let me come here. So you can see 11.0.0.78 means this is AP South-1 instance. So here you can see this is the AP South-1 instance, and this is the US East-1 instance 10.0.0.52. Let me come here 10.0.0.52. Okay, so now what I am going to do is like I am going to ping from US East-1 to AP South-1, from AP South-1 to US East-1. So now I am going to copy US East-1 private IP address of this EC2 instance, and I will jump on to AP South-1. Okay, so now here I'm going to select ping and paste that US East-1 private IP address. So here you can see this is the IP address of AP South-1. So this is the US East-1. Okay, so directly select this. So here you can see now AP South-1 EC2 instance can communicate with US East-1 instance. Okay, so now let me come here. Let me open this AP South-1 instance and copy this private IP address of this EC2 instance which we created on Mumbai region, which is AP South-1, and come here. Now come to US East-1 instance and ping, paste that private IP address and enter. So here you can see now AP South-1 instance can communicate with US East-1 instance. Okay, so this is how you can set up a VPC peering connection between two VPCs that are created on different regions, guys. Okay, so in previous video I explained you how we can set up a VPC peering connection between two VPCs that are created on single region. In this video we have created a video on how to create a VPC peering connection between two VPCs that are created on different regions. So in next video I will explain you how to create a VPC peering connection between two VPCs that are created on different accounts, guys. Okay, so and yes, that's it for today's video. And after completing your labs, try to delete each and everything, because it will charge some of the amount from you. Okay, so I'm going to remove this and remove, and I'm going to close this. And first you need to terminate this EC2 instances. Directly select your actions and terminate, that means delete. So now currently I'm deleting AP South-1 instance. So here you can see AP South-1. So this is the instance I'm going to delete. So currently it is shutting down state. So jump on to US East-1 and select this instance state and terminate and terminate. Okay, so now I'm going to terminate this. So now we need to delete peering connections manually. So directly select here peering connections. So currently I'm going to delete on US East-1 region. Okay, so directly select this actions, delete peering connection, and directly select delete related route tables entries. Okay, it will delete the route table entries also. Delete and delete. Okay, so here you can see currently our peering connection has been deleted. So let me come here. Let me select here peering connections, and it is also deleted, guys. Okay, so after deleting this EC2 instance, let delete VPCs. So currently it is in shutting down state. So let me delete VPC which we created on AP South-1, because EC2 instance is terminated on AP South-1 region. So directly select your VPCs, select your VPC and directly select your actions and delete VPC and here directly select here delete. So if you delete this VPC, automatically subnets, route tables, internet gateways, and everything will be deleted under this VPC. Okay, so directly select here delete. So successfully on AP South-1 region, EC2 instance and route tables has been deleted. So let me close this. Now let me open this, and here you can see EC2 instance has been terminated. And now I'm going to delete this VPC. Select this VPC, actions, delete VPC, and delete and delete. So this VPC also it is deleted. Okay, so and yes, that's it for today's video. And in next video I'll explain you how to create a VPC peering connection between two VPCs that are created on different accounts, guys. Okay, that will be some interesting. Okay, so and yes, that's it for today's video. And if you like my video, please do like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you in the next video, and bye.